Welcome back to the Barn Session, everybody. Got a very special episode. It's a sponsored episode, but sponsored by me. We'll get into that later. The U.S. Open is this week. There's more transfer
Brought to you
news.
by.
I don't have a real name for it yet.
This episode is brought to you by the latest Kanye West tweet. I just want to see
No,
you guys read it, and then I want your reaction etched in eternity.
that's awful.
I
All right,
want to see it.
we've got
Don't make me read it.
we've got a brief.
I'm going to it.
Well, okay.
Is it
Uh,
on? So he's still on Twitter?
I don't know. You might have taken
I
this
don't
one
think-
down, but there's plenty of screenshots out there.
I don't think. I don't think Elon is big on taking people off. Is it the one where he said this song is called Cousins?
That's the one. Read that.
Locked in.
Read it. Read it.
Look at. That just told me. Oh. Dude, what?
Worth it.
Tweet sent. That's a crazy tweet. Holy crap.
Yeah. I'm glad I waited. I'm glad I didn't. I thought about that earlier today when I saw this. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna wait until we podcast.
That's insane. Let's start with some of this transfer news. Smaller, less active transfer portal in the last week. But today, Iowa's lineup was pretty much finalized. At least they have all of the pieces of the puzzle that they're going to work with.
That is if Masoma decides to not dip.
Bail again, yeah.
He won't.
Yeah,
He can't. It's not like he can go back to D3. He can't. He cannot do it.
he can't. He was only given a year of D1 eligibility.
I believe that is all the waiver is for.
Okay, so
That was
Ryan,
to my understanding, at least.
as our resident expert of the non-Division One wrestling fields collegiately,
Reese wrestled
where
D2. He knows stuff.
well, I just because you've been coaching there for
Oh,
where would you stack up Endine, Masuma Endine, 3-time D3 champ amongst the 197 field?
no junior college championships though. Just saying.
No, a runner-up.
In the rest of the field, I don't know. His matchup with Elam is super intriguing. Super
Elam,
intriguing.
Ferrari, Barr,
Yeah, those two.
maybe
I don't know.
Merrill
Or Braden Thompson.
or Braden Thompson. Yeah, whatever Oklahoma does with their lineup.
Oklahoma State.
Yeah, that one, not the other one. Sorry, Sooners, Cowboys, Bedlam.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, All American type guy, but I don't see him breaching the top 3.
Okay, yeah, dude. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think he could take down Ferrari.
American lock. What they're saying.
Lock? You think so?
Lock for all. I don't know. That's what I've never even seen him wrestle.
He's very
good.
explosive. Yeah,
He's good. The kid is good.
dude. The way he cartwheeled that guy at U23's Pan Am's. I know it's Pan Am's. It's not the toughest thing, but still, he's good.
He's strong. He's explosive. I mean, he'll be built for it, and then he's gonna have
Ferrari and Keeter.
Gabe Arnold, Keeter, Stephen Buchanan's hanging around. He's gonna have partners.
Yeah. He'll be good for them. So their lineup is like Dean Peterson, Drake Ayala, Nasir Bailey, Jordan Williams, Estrada, Caliendo, Kennedy, Ferrari, Dean, and Keeter. Now there's the potential that people have talked about of Caliendo dropping down and Kennedy dropping
not
down,
gonna happen.
and then Arnold wrestling 74.
It's just not gonna happen.
I would not count on it. I wouldn't bet on it. I wouldn't assume it's going to happen. But Drake Ayala alluded to the fact that it's possible. I guess kind of. So I don't know.
I could see it.
You could see
Maybe.
Caliendo making 157.
I don't know. I really don't know about Caliendo. I don't know how big he is, but I could totally see Kennedy back down at 65.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Kennedy for
That
sure.
makes
I
sense.
just don't think you do that to
Dude.
Caliendo.
Hey, he's huge.
Yeah.
Big
I
boy.
don't want to mess with that.
Would you say he's like taller than Messenbrink? I would say they're about the same height.
Yeah, neither of them are very tall for the weight necessarily.
You don't think so? You think they're like 5'10", like my height? I feel like they're both like my height.
Probably.
Yeah, I mean Messenbrink's not a big 65.
Mm-mm.
They have Caliendo's height on.
Oh yeah, forgot that Iowa does that.
How can you trust it?
Yeah, you can. I don't know. Iowa's lineup, it's a good one too, and they will be ready for national duels. And there's a dude. Did you guys listen to Willie and his expository rant about national duels?
This man's legs are just so humongous, dude. That's what I keep looking at.
I mean,
legs.
I don't remember. Jog my memory. I don't remember.
He was calling everybody an idiot, basically. Mostly everybody. The people that were saying that national duels is illegitimate because Penn State's not there.
Yeah.
The people that were mad at Penn State for not attending. For I can't remember why exactly.
He prefaced the whole thing by saying, "Listen, I'm talking about certain fans here.
Yeah.
And then Bash is like, "You're calling all of Penn State fans,
right?
And so like
and Willie's saying, no, don't insulate them because I'm talking about a very specific group. Do not try and defend these people. What Willie was saying was very justified because I mean I even put a tweet out. I was like, with national duels happening and Penn State not going, what are the chances we get to see Oklahoma State, Penn State? And I think most of the Twitter following is just Oklahoma State people, and they're like, nah, those Penn State cupcakes don't want to wrestle Oklahoma State. And then there were some people that were like, why even wrestle the duel? Penn State's going to win 7 or 8 of the matches.
Yeah, that guy who was like they would walk through the competition. Essentially, is like then what? Isn't that all the more reason to do it?
Yeah, I don't know. Look, I get it. I get the explanation of Cale Sanderson has a formula and he doesn't, and it works. So why mess with it? I totally get it. And why does the formula work the way it works? I don't know. It's not my job to figure it out. And Cale Sanderson's going to be, a way better head coach than I would ever be. So, whatever. I do, the $200,000 is kind of like, why would you want to not take that? But I guess if you go out there and you do that and you have a Nick Suriano twist his ankle wrestling a Nick Piccinini, then yeah, that is like, well, I just lost one of my guys. And that sucks. But that can happen at any match. That happened to Carter Starachi wrestling what's his name.
And also, he's so deep at each weight class. Is that really even a problem?
Yeah, it's a great. I mean, like, yeah, if he's strictly worried about winning a team title, dude, he can lose maybe up to half his starters and still.
How about this? Don't send your guys to national duels. Send your B team. You might still win it.
That would be crazy. I don't know. I think it's fine that they don't go because without them, I don't know who wins it. I
think they should send their B team. I think that's the greatest idea I've ever had.
It's not a bad idea. It's not a bad idea.
Think about it. These guys probably aren't making as much NIL money as the other guys anyway.
Right. It's like, hey, you guys want to
send out the B squad? You
want to go all make $20K? Like, go get it done.
Send out some of your freshmen. It can be one of their competitions or whatever, one of their weigh-ins.
Yeah, Ryan. I don't hate that idea, but Cale Sanderson hates it. So
who could hate that idea? I bet he doesn't. I bet he's never even thought of it. I bet if we presented it to Cale, he'd be like, you know what? I'm back in.
Do you think if he said I'm back in, I'm taking my B squad today, that they would let him in?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Or do you think? Because you know who like the tournament operator is?
It's Oklahoma State, right?
Well, there's one specific name.
The Paycom guy.
No, it's Matt Serber, like the operator of the tournament, the director or whatever.
Oh, Luke's dad.
Yes. I mean, it is Oklahoma State centric. Now, Willie also talked about the fact that the there's
field
discrepancy
selection?
between the field selection and then the seating situation, and Flo's kind of got their hands in the pot because they don't get to host the broadcast of the finals because that's for ESPN, but they get everything else. And so they want Oklahoma State, Iowa in the semis, and so they want to seed it accordingly to that. But Willie Saylor's on the seating committee, but he also talked about the fact that sometimes he's on the seating committee and they let the seating committee do whatever they want, or whatever they should do. And sometimes he's on a seating committee and the powers that be step in and say, we'll take care of this, which kind of pisses me off because it just feels, I don't like that idea. But yeah, you're right, Ryan.
Yep, I'm good.
Okay.
I got
So
Mike
that's national duels.
Caliendo's height, by the way.
What is it?
5'8".
Oh, little Tom Cruise.
He can do it.
Yeah.
Dude, look at his legs.
He can do it.
Yeah, legs can shrink, Ryan.
Yeah.
So you're telling me Jordan Burroughs can make 57?
He's 5. Oh, all right, hang on. He's 5'8". He's got like a 6'6" wingspan.
Yeah, he is. He's got that wingspan.
Dude,
But
he is
that short.
He's
Yeah,
probably shorter than that.
and his bag is huge.
5'8", that's 2 inches shorter than me. That's about right.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know how to quantify Jordan Burroughs.
He can't be quantified.
You can't. You just can't. So that's national duels. Transfers. Lachlan McNeil going to Michigan. Ohio State picked up Chittum. and somebody else. Styles. Oklahoma picked up.
And Dom Moretto.
Yeah, they got high school two-time world champ.
Two-time world champ.
Moretto. The one guy, the guy. John Wiley left Oklahoma, but then Tyler Wells committed to Oklahoma. Transfer.
John Wiley left? I didn't know that.
John Wiley left. And Peyton Keller is going to Oklahoma.
Yep.
So a little bit of a reload
Tyler
there.
Wells.
Yeah.
That's
I wonder why Tyler Wells left.
I was reading something on Twitter about like he didn't really want to wrestle D1. He wanted to go back to St. Cloud State, which is obviously not the case. Who said that?
Willie said that too. He said the same thing. He said
interesting.
Yeah, he said he didn't even want to wrestle going into college.
Weird. It's very weird. He's good, so hopefully he enjoys his time at Oklahoma. So,
it's a beautiful, beautiful place.
I think that's it, college-wise, roughly. Right?
You want to look at some lineups?
I think I'm ready to look at the U.S. Open.
We gotta hit this.
Oh,
yeah,
we can do that.
We gotta hit this open now. Before we get into that, this episode is sponsored by me for free. I made a little game for wrestling. It's like a little trivia game. If
Wordle.
listener, if you've ever played Wordle before, where you have a 5-letter word that you're trying to guess and you get feedback based on the word that you've guessed. It's basically like that, where you have your 330 NCAA qualifiers from this last NCAA tournament, and you're trying to guess each day. There's a new wrestler, and you're trying to guess that wrestler. You guess a wrestler, and you get feedback. You get the year of eligibility they're at, the team, the conference, their win percentage, and their finish at NCAAs, which is like national qualifier, round of 16, round of 12, and then 8th through 1st. You get 8 guesses to figure it out, and then you can track your daily stats and all that stuff, and I'm continuing to work on it. But if you want to check it out, it's at gablegame.com, and that's GABLEGAME.com. Go ahead and check it out, or don't. It's totally up to you. And that's the end of our sponsored bit.
The name is work in progress.
Also working, well, I guess work. I bought the domain, so it's
never mind.
I kind of committed. Yeah.
Fine name.
I thought
You
it was
said
a fine
yes.
name too, but
Yeah, you said yes last week, so it's
no, I liked it. I did. I just
All right.
you were earlier. You were like, I don't know if I'm in love.
Well,
with
okay,
it.
all right. This is how I got to the name, because I saw this idea from people doing it with other sports like 2 years ago. And the way that they were naming their versions was they were finding famous people in their sport whose names were similar to Wordle. And Wordle and Gable rhyme, so that was close enough for me. And everybody knows Gable.
What's the first one
Think
called?
about it.
What's the football game called?
Weddle.
Wordle? Oh,
Weddle.
Duh.
Yep. So yeah,
Bortles
there
would
you
have been better.
could have been
What would have been better?
Bortles. Blake Bortles.
Blake Bortles.
Yeah, I knew that. I know that guy. U.S. Open time. You just want to start at the bottom weights?
Are we gonna go straight into like the seniors, or are we gonna talk little 17s and 20s too?
I'm out of my depth on those, but I can try.
How are you out of your debt?
Because I don't
You're
know
out
the
of your depth.
names
No,
super
that's
well.
crazy. That's
I
crazy.
I'll recognize the names. Will I know them? Especially the U17s. The U17s, who could I name right now from U17s?
Well, there's one
Keegan
easy
Bassett.
one. There
Keegan
you go.
Bassett. Yep. Melvin Miller's
How
too
about-
old.
How about Sammy Sanchez, world champ?
Sammy Sanch.
Gray Burnett.
Jaden James? Is Jaden James in there still? Maybe?
I don't know.
I don't know. Okay. There you go.
Paul
There's
Kenny.
your U17 preview.
Paul Kenny, Sean Kenny.
They're still both U17?
Yes.
Really?
What about
Pretty
those other
positive.
curly-headed kids? They're probably too old, right?
Bachman's.
Who?
Yeah.
Well, they're Pan
I guess
Am
they're not
or
US.
Panama.
They're Panama?
No.
Mm-mm.
No.
Puerto
Come on
Rico.
now. There you go.
My bad. B team.
B squad.
Well, I kind of. Oh, we'll see.
Except Freddie Bachman's the best 113 pounder in the country. So
Right.
Ouch.
Sick burn.
you know
right?
who recruited him over there? Seabass.
He's doing a good job. He's really
he's
really
doing a
building
great job.
a powerhouse over there.
Mm-hmm. Him and Darian.
Got something going.
Yes, and Darian has a successor at the moment. Whenever he decides his time is up,
Who?
Jacob Moran.
Ah.
Go Hoosiers. Saturday Night Lights, if you're listening to this. Down with Purdue.
You guys talk?
Boiler.
No, but I found out that he's a Purdue fan, a stinking Boilermaker.
Hmm.
So got to get every scratch in that I can.
We're boil destroyers.
Yeah,
Get
we
it?
are boiler unmakers.
Yeah. Pour some
We want
cold water
we
on
want
that
icy water.
pot.
Yep. Take us to the Arctic Sea.
So
Bring
stupid.
bring your team down. Tommy Ersland, more like Tommy Meisland. Yep.
Who's Tommy?
Don't talk smack
I don't
on my
know.
boy. It's Tony, by the way.
Tony.
And don't talk smack on my boy Tony Ersland.
No, Tony's a great coach.
Humboldt, Iowa, straight up, right up the road here.
Humboldt, right?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Yep.
Let's get
Coop
into
has
it.
a
Let's
track
get.
meet there tomorrow.
What's his races?
100, 200, 4x100.
He's speedy. Long
I
legs.
don't know. I've never seen him run.
Never ever.
Actually, I don't. It's not like I watch him practice or anything.
You don't? You know, you get out there like you got to move your legs faster.
Never raced him.
I drop him off at practice, and well, not since he was. Yeah, I raced him when he was little.
You ever race him recently?
Now he can outrace you, Ryan.
No,
He's
stop.
faster than you.
Let's pause
He's faster
right
than
now.
you.
That
What?
belly's gonna weigh you down.
Wow.
Oh.
All right, I'm sorry.
You think it'd weigh me down for real?
I don't know.
If he didn't have a track meet tomorrow, I would wake him up right now. Take a camera outside and race him.
Warm him up tomorrow for it. Let's get into it. Let's talk about the U.S. Open. I'm ready for it.
Let's dive on in.
I'm about to dive in it.
Dive on in. 57 kilos, notable contenders: Luke Lillidahl, Brandon Courtney, Caleb Smith, Beric Jordan, Liam Cronin, Brendan McCrone, Sheldon
Barrick.
Seymour. dude, I thought I said Barrick and then you corrected me to Barrick. Barrick Jordan, Daniel Dap DeShazer, and Nico Provo.
So we're just gonna redo the episode we did the other day. Is that what we're doing?
Well,
now,
not
Sam?
necessarily, because like we can actually talk about these
Oh,
rather than me
you
just
guys
listing off
already
names.
talked about these.
Sammy just
I wouldn't
lists
say
off
we.
the names, and then
Yeah,
I would just say who I thought was gonna win. We didn't
I did my
discuss it.
list segment again where I just Reese,
Sammy
you
would
probably
list
been
off
ready.
names, and I would wait till I heard one that I think would win, and I would just say
Yeah.
the name.
Yep.
For example, Dap.
Daniel DeSager,
week.
baby. Give me Dap. Now, really, really thinking about this, it's DeShazer, it's Lilladall,
Courtney.
Oh, are
Brandon
the
Courtney.
the Penn State guys, they've been added now.
Yes. Well, at least to the list that I'm looking at. I'm not looking at the
Okay.
official entries. I think registration ended yesterday. I think.
Okay.
So, I think tier 1 is DeShazer, Lilladall, Courtney, maybe, and then you've got Cronin, Provo, Smith. That's kind of it. And
I
then
got some other interesting guys in here at the bottom.
like who?
Dom Monoretto,
Oh, why didn't they list him?
Austin Assad. That's interesting. To
From
say,
Michigan?
Yeah.
It's
Oh, man.
acid.
Acid. Austin Musad.
Yeah, I think
Uh-oh.
I think this is Lilladall and DeShazer, and guys like Cronin can get in there too, but
Did Cronin wrestle? Did he beat DeShazer?
Maybe
Who?
Cronin.
I don't know if they've ever wrestled.
I think.
I don't think they've ever wrestled.
Let me do a quick Google search on this one. I mean, a lot of these guys have wrestled each other, so. But the veteran at this weight at this point is DeShazer. They wrestled at 2023 Senior Nationals. It was a 9-minute match. Once I get through this ad, I can tell you who won.
I miss all the Rocket Mortgage ads.
Liam Cronin wins this match 5-0.
I can't even be happy about remembering that.
Nope. No, I will be interested to see what Sheldon Seymour is able to do, and Caleb
I know
Smith.
what he's gonna do.
Show's nuts.
Seymour nuts, Sammy.
Yep. No. All right, let's move on to
61.
61 kilos, because this is a pretty exciting weight, with two high-level high schoolers. Marcus Blaze, Dayton Fix, Nashawn Garrett, Seth Gross, Austin DeSanto, Nick Bouzakis, Ben DeVino, Nathan Tomasello, Nico Megaludis, and Jax Forrest, who bumped up from U20s to wrestle seniors. How do you feel about that?
Why isn't he doing both, like Dom Moretto?
Is Monoretto doing both?
Moretto, excuse me. I keep calling him Dom Moretto like he's the Diesel.
One of the family. He's in the family.
Might as well be. He is doing both. He signed up for both.
Okay. I don't know. That seems like a lot to do, in my opinion. I would stick with one. But
I'm glad he's in the men's division or whatever, senior division.
Senior, yeah.
Willie's
wrestling with the men. Yeah.
Why? Cause who's at the weight in?
What, you said Willie's mad about it?
Yeah.
Yeah, Willie doesn't like when guys bump up in age group.
That's weird.
He prefers when the age level guys wrestle their age level most of the time. I think
He probably wants the team to be as good as possible.
Yeah, I get it.
The U20 team doesn't get decided this weekend.
Right. Does U17?
Yes.
Okay.
When's U20s?
U23s and U20s, both their teams get decided May 31st and June 1st.
No, they've been doing that for a couple years now.
Yep.
For a couple of years?
I took
Mhm.
Sarbo out to U20 World Team Trials out in Geneva, Ohio.
Yeah. I mean, like,
I like the
you know,
duels.
Mesenbrink won,
Well, I didn't take
and
him out there.
then
I met him out there.
Mesenbrink won the U.S. Open, and then he and Haynes wrestled for the spot at trials. You know, that was like 3 years ago or something like that.
Well, so but I mean, you, it's always been the U.S. Open and then the trials.
Yeah,
I'm
for
talking about
U20s.
yeah, but I'm talking about U20s being grouped with seniors, and then cadets being grouped with or U17s being grouped with U23s. That's how it used to be.
No, no.
That yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yes,
you know, he's
yes.
right. He's right.
Yes, that
You
is
are right
how
about
it
that.
used to be. Yes.
Yeah.
And then after COVID, they moved U17s to Vegas because they, I think, wanted to decide their team a little bit sooner, like a whole month.
Hey, if anybody knows how Claw got the sponsorship for this tournament, drop
Let
a
us know.
comment explaining that, because I don't get it. How'd they do that?
Because we want to do it.
What's the payoff?
The U.S.
I want
Open
them to have it.
presented by the Barn Session.
Just have it in a big old barn.
Doesn't it sound
Big dirty
bad
barn.
ass too?
Yeah. Apparently, there's a little bit of kerfuffle with where the U.S. Open's at this year, because it's not at the same place anymore.
It's not at South Point?
Mm-mm. It's in
Where's
like
it
some
at?
airport hangar or something like that.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's like not attached to a hotel and a restaurant venue and
I
casino.
could see how that would be kerfluffling.
Right. Oh, and I think it's because somebody did something on a roof last year, right? I feel like we talked
Threw
about this.
something off the roof.
I think we talked about this.
A
Did they
TV?
lock they locked what's his name up on the roof?
Yeah,
What's his
moved
name?
him up on the roof. Doug.
Doug, thank you.
They lost Doug.
They lost Doug, left him up on the
Oh.
roof.
Doug. Maybe. 61 kilos. Marcus Blaze is the favorite, isn't he?
No,
Who is?
He's my favorite.
I don't
Is
know.
it Fix?
Fix and Gross and Blaze, I feel like are all on this like equal.
Okay.
Maybe Forrest. Maybe throw Forrest in there too. Megalotus, interesting.
Yeah. Forrest has a hard time with guys like DeSanto. I don't know if I would like to see him get around a match like that. But I also
Yeah.
feel like
I
Forrest.
would
I feel
feel
like
he would be a bad matchup for DeSanto because of his length.
Didn't
I
he
think
beat
DeSanto. No, they lost at non-Olympic trials, I believe.
I thought he beat him.
I don't think so.
Oh,
Pretty sure he didn't. I feel like Forrest would dismantle a guy like Nashon Garrett.
maybe.
You know,
Wish
be.
Bo Bassett was up at 65. That's what I think.
is he? He's not wrestling seniors, is he?
No, I wish he was. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Is he wrestling U20s?
Yes.
Okay.
Did you not see that stacked weight class?
Oh yeah. That's right. That is right.
Bassett,
Yeah,
Vega,
U20s.
Zepeda, Maddox Shaw. There's a few
What about
others I'm missing.
Mendoza? Is he wrestling?
And he just ran a marathon, dude.
No wrestle.
He just ran in the. Was it in the Boston Marathon? Right.
Shut up. Did he really? I don't know.
He ran a marathon
It
today,
was on Twitter.
Today?
like a 3.5 hour marathon. Ridiculous.
That's
So
not
if
even the
he
most
were to,
ridiculous thing that happened today.
oh, the Pope. Yeah.
R.I.P.
If you were to run a marathon on Monday and then go wrestle at the U.S. Open on what is it, Thursday or Friday? That's crazy.
Why would he do
You think
that?
so?
I don't think he's gonna do that.
Marathon
How-
instead of wrestle.
Because he can.
Well, he's doing that for
plenty
charity.
of opportunities.
Yeah, and he was raising charity money, things, greater cause type stuff.
Bigger than yourself.
Okay.
You know, Reese.
Yeah.
I think I don't know. I don't know what to do with Seth Gross. Another guy who I like. I don't know, because Nick Bouzakis could text Seth Gross. It could happen. Could he not?
I don't know what to do about Seth Gross either. He's not really training anywhere.
Right. But then he goes out there and he texts DeSanto.
Yeah, that's true.
And then what is Nick Bozakis going to do? And also, is Ben DeVino a contender with these people? I don't know. Is Nathan Tomasello going to go out there and go 0-2, or is he going to make the finals?
I do
I
like
don't
Ben DeVino. I like Ben DeVino at this weight a lot.
Ben, seeing how he didn't. I feel like Blaze was kind of on a different level when they wrestled
When did they wrestle?
most recently. I think
Last
the
year
spot.
for 2 out of 3. I mean, he
Okay.
controlled the match in typical Marcus fashion without blowing the score up.
Yeah,
But also, Ben DeVino's beaten Marcus Blaze before, so
I know.
he's like one of 2 losses. You said this last episode.
I did. Who was the other one,
Yeah.
Sammy? Do you remember?
I can't remember anymore. I can't remember
Oh
anymore.
well, my goodness, Reese. Who is Marcus's Blaze other loss in high school?
Marcus's Blaze.
Is it a
Marcus's
big win
Blaze.
or a big name?
Big name.
Big name? Very big.
Pretty big.
Big name, little person. Can I help you, Sam?
Nick Bozakis.
No. It was a prep school kid, though. You're on the right track.
Prep school kid.
Dude, I have no idea.
Mark Anthony McGowan.
Nope. Committed to
You're
the
thinking
Hawks.
older. You're thinking older.
Oh, Leo DeLuca.
Oh, Leo.
Leo
Yeah.
Right school. Correct school, though. Mark Anthony McGowan. Well, high school, excuse me. Prep school.
Yeah.
Blair.
Give me Dayton Fix to win this weight, and give me Dayton Fix veto.
Did Mark Anthony McGowan beat Vince Robinson at Nationals, guys?
I'd have to watch that again.
Did he beat him?
Do
Did
you
they
think he did?
screw him?
Look, here's the thing. If anybody got screwed at NCAAs, it was Hunter Leak against Lucas Bird.
Shut up.
All right. And if we want to go even deeper than that, let's go back last year. It was Ben Pazook against freaking Makai Lewis.
Oh, if we're going back, we might as well go back to
Let's talk about Ian Miller, Brian
Cowboy
Real
Ian Miller.
Budo. What the hell? Let's go to was it Josh
well hit-
Heil with the
what about-
riding time or whatever?
What about Jordan Oliver against Logan Stieber?
Logan Stieber, dude. I mean, man. Criminals those refs are.
No accountability.
All right, we can go back to the open now.
Present.
Hop out of your time machine, boys.
Okay.
Let me hop out of my time machine and pick Seth Gross to win this weight.
Yeah, maybe.
I keep picking. I feel like I keep picking him, so I'm just gonna keep picking him.
All right.
Sammy, you're picking Dayton Fix?
Give me Fix. Fix might
Yeah,
be the boring answer, but
I've literally like anytime I've picked Fix, it's always like literally I'm over with picking Fix. So I'm not going to pick him this time, and I hope he does win, but I'm not going to pick him.
Okay.
I'm going to pick Marcus Blaze.
Gross, Fix, Blaze.
All right, that's good. I like that.
Let's hop back in the time machine real quick. We had a conversation earlier this week. 2015, 2025 NCAA champs. I just want to talk about Tomasello Vince. Tell me about this. Help me recount the past.
Tomasello who?
What?
Against Vince Robinson.
What?
Oh.
2015 versus 2025 NCAA champs.
Oh. We're hashing this out.
I just remember Tomasello that year just smashing dudes. I remember him smashing guys so bad, and he was smashing Dylan
Not
Peters
Joey Dance.
and got pinned. And then he kind of let off the gas a little bit. I mean, he was still super dominant, but he's just too short. He's too short for Vince Robinson. He will high C him at least 3 times, and that he would
Dude.
If he gets in on the high C, he was finishing.
I remember when I was in high school, I watched a video of Tomasello at the OTC, and they're doing live situations where wrestler A is in on wrestler B's leg, head outside shot. And I think he was wrestling with like Ramos or Metcalf or something like that.
It was Ramos.
And dude,
boom.
Just like so quickly,
So
just
fast.
in on the high C and just pop up and down immediately. I'm like, that's
so fast.
I cannot believe that that he doesn't just take down everybody. But I get it; it's hard to like actually get there. Obviously,
He
I
was
don't know.
getting it. I mean, yeah, he was so good that year.
Do you think if like Luke Lilladall would win it this year, would you feel better about Luke beating Tomasello?
Yes. No. I mean, I think Luke would have a better shot than Vince.
No.
Okay, supplant. All right, we're taking out Brandon McCrone, ripping him out of the bracket, and we're putting in Tomasello. Who's winning, or is Tomasello going to win this weight?
Tomasello is for sure winning that weight.
Where was Brandon
Really?
McCrone in the bracket again?
Like 20-something seed, his
He,
bottom
that
quarter.
there's there's nobody in that. I don't know. Luke Lilladall is of that caliber, I would say. And I mean,
Ramos?
obviously, you have to say
No,
Vince
I would say
Robinson.
Vince is the closest thing that could get to him, just because of Vince's reattacks. Lil Doll just opened himself up a little bit too much. He would, it's kind of like the same problem Nico had against Tomasello that year. You know what I mean? Or not that year, the next year. You know what I mean?
I'd have to. Yeah, not really.
I mean,
I
it
don't.
opening you open yourself up too much against a guy like NATO, and he's just gonna exploit
Yeah.
those openings. I mean, I don't think Tomasello beat Nico not one time that year. Or I mean,
Yeah,
other way around. I don't think Nico beat Tomasello not one time that year.
don't let Tomasello exploit your openings.
He might.
Get
He'll
all
do
up
it.
in there.
Okay. Well,
So
I know
yeah,
where you guys stand. I just don't
yeah.
know.
Listen, there's
That's
only
where I
one
stand.
person in this bracket that can beat Nathan Tomasello, and he went 0-2. All right, and it was Joey Cruz, and it's because of the singlet he wears.
Hmm.
He
Okay.
never beat Iowa. Oh, he beat Spencer that one time. He never beat
Yeah,
Gilman
but
once. He
not
beat
at
Gilman.
nationals.
Not at Nationals, yeah.
It's crazy. He's got to win over Spencer Lee.
That's not
Yeah.
what that's
And then got
that
pinned.
Nathan Tomasello does.
Yeah.
He was that good, bro.
That's like, see, this is what I'm remembering though, because what I've experienced the most is kind of like later stage Nathan Tomasello, which in his college career, yeah, he was good, but he was not. Well, he won a title his freshman year, and then it was like second and third after that, or worse,
I
right?
think he was
No, he was first,
third and then
third,
second.
third.
Oh, he never
Okay.
made the finals after that again.
Got
And he got
pinned in this.
pinned
Got pinned.
by
Got
Nashon.
beat and got pinned. Nope. Got pinned by
Gilman. Or,
Gilman. Got beat
yeah,
by Corey Clark. Got pinned by Spencer.
yeah. The
Okay.
Clark match was crazy, dude.
The Clark
Wait,
match
wait,
was
wait, wait,
crazy.
wait.
Clark
So that was
literally
Hawkeye,
just
Hawkeye,
choked
Hawkeye.
him. Yes. That's why
Oh
I
my
said he
god!
can't beat a Hawkeye at NCAAs. That's why I said Joey Cruz is the only one that could do it because of
Wow,
the singlet he wears.
wow, that's crazy.
So a
And yes,
combined 3 losses.
Corey Clark literally would just choked Nathan to a victory that year.
Oh.
Yeah. Thomas Gilman, Corey Clark, Spencer Lee. Those were his 3 losses in NCAAs, bro. Those are very good losses.
No, not Gilman. I about said all NCAA champs, but not Gilman.
No, he
Gilman,
only
Gilman
has a
won
world
one of
title
the
and other
Olympic
things.
bronze.
Yeah.
One of the best. Him and Fix are two of the best to never win a title.
Yeah. Fix and Gilman.
Bo
Oh, yeah,
Bartlett?
you said Gilman.
Mm,
Stevan,
Who, Reese?
sort of.
Stevan
Stevan, Micic, sort of.
Micic.
He's a world champion.
Yeah. Okay. Yes, and then like senior level Tomasello has just not been, you know. But maybe that's just how hard the senior level is. That's another
Freestyle
thing that I
solo.
maybe need to like conceptualize. That too. It's freestyle. Okay. We spent enough time here at 61. Let's move on up to 65. The list is shorter here. We got Jesse Mendez, Joey McKenna, Bo Bartlett, Real Woods, Josh Coderhant, Aiden Valencia.
Real quick,
There
fun fact:
is
did you know that the first world team that Thomas Gilman won, he beat all of the NCAA champs from his 3 brackets that he was in to or in the challenge bracket that year in order.
he
All
beat
3 of the guys who beat him. Is that what you said?
All 3 of the guys, well, no, not
that
because
won
not
it.
that won it.
Oh.
So that was whoa, that was Nathan Tomasello. That was Darian Cruz. freaking heck, man.
Dude, we just talked about it.
We just talked about it.
Who beat him in the finals the year he didn't win?
2016.
Nico?
Yep.
No. Yes?
Yes.
Nico?
Mm-hmm. He was
Nico,
only in 3
okay.
brackets because he was
Right.
behind Corey Clark his
JB.
freshman year.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
And Corey took 4th, I believe, that year. Pretty sure.
Yeah.
Got beat by Delgado in the quarters and
It's crazy to think he was at 25.
Nico Megaludis for 3rd and 4th.
No kidding.
Dude, those brackets were crazy, dude. Crazy.
Okay.
Compared to like this year, I don't know. Like 125 back then compared to 125, 133 back then compared to like this year is like feels different, much different.
Yeah. Zeke Moisey also made the finals.
Yeah, but he beat Nashawn Garrett.
And
God,
Thomas
he beat
Gilman.
some hitters. He
Thomas
beat some
Gilman,
hitters, dude.
Mhm.
Kamara.
And then Nashawn Garrett bumped up and won a national title the next year. Dominated his way to a national title next year. The next
Was
year.
it the next year?
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
okay. Oh, okay. So the way it went, he took he placed his freshman year, lost to Delgado his sophomore
Yes.
year, lost to his junior
5th.
year, and then
5th his junior
okay.
year. I believe he was 5th, 1st. What was he?
No, he was. Wasn't
5th,
he fourth,
2nd, 5th.
fifth,
Was he 4th?
first?
Something second, something first. That's what I know.
Fourth. He took 4th his freshman year.
Okay,
feel like
4th,
I had that
2nd,
for
5th, 1st. That's what it was.
Nice.
Nice.
Back to the U.S. Open, 65 kilos. It is a Buckeye affair at the top of the bracket. Well, not the top of the bracket, but the top of the contenders. McKenna and Mendez, along with Bartlett and Real Woods, Carter Hant, and Valencia.
Where's Brock?
Brock Hardy?
Yeah, when's the last time he wrestled freestyle?
Well, he made a U23 world team last year.
Oh,
Mhm. So last year.
But I think he's aged out of that, right? 24? Yeah, he's got to be. He's got to be.
So, all right, answer my effing question. Where is he, Sammy? Find him.
where
He's just
is
having fun wrestling, dude. I don't know. Look, man, I'm not gonna say who, and we can talk about it later. I've been trying to get a guest for us from Nebraska, and they're a little busy right now. I get it. It's the week of the U.S. Open, but we'll get them. All
We're
right.
not going to
no.
tell you who, but it rhymes with Sny and Brider.
We'll see if it happens. And you know what? At that point, we'll ask. We're like, hey, where's the Mormon?
Where's my money?
Just like that, too. Well, that's exactly how we're going to ask.
Where's my bald-headed friend? I don't know,
It's
dude.
going to be like, Rob?
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 Who? No. You know who.
Rob.
Christian Lance? No.
Lance?
Lance?
Joey McKenna.
Is it Joey McKenna's year to make a world team?
No.
Oh. Even down at
Just-
Oklahoma?
It's
State?
Jesse Mendez.
Joey McKenna.
Jesse
He beat
Mendez.
Jesse. He's got the last win over Jesse.
Doesn't matter.
You know who's an interesting character, an interesting cat at freestyle is Bo
An
Bartlett.
interesting caricature.
Especially when he doesn't have to deal with Andrew Alirez.
Where's Nicholas Lee at?
Coaching, kind of hanging out.
He said he's still competing.
He
Right?
say he probably still compete, but maybe he don't want to wrestle this year. Maybe he don't want to wrestle. I don't know. 65 is a little cleared out. Aiden Valencia is interesting. Real Woods is interesting. He's training out at Cliff Keen up in Michigan. Maybe he's able to do something, but it's outside of Mendez and McKenna. That's all I'm seeing. So
And Bartlett, yeah. I mean, would you put Bartlett in that top 3 or that top 2?
I don't know, because there was he did beat Nick Lee, not really, but he basically beat Nick Lee a couple years ago.
Yeah,
he's
got the
pretty
last
good.
Win over McKenna too.
Really?
The last time they wrestled, he beat McKenna.
Okay. I mean, he's good, but does he put the tournament together? I don't know. It remains to be seen. Yeah, that's a good one. 70 kilos. James
Who
Green.
are you picking, Sammy?
Me? Ooh.
Yeah, who you picking?
Give me McKenna. He gets one in. He gets one in for sure.
Bad move.
Wait, and again, this is only to get to Final X, and then you have World Team Trials, and then you have Final X. So there's a lot to go on before
What
we
if
actually
Carter
see who
Young
makes the
just
World Team.
wins it all?
That'd be interesting. I don't think it'll happen, but it would be interesting. 70 kilos. James Green. Yanni Diakmahalis, Alec Pantaleo, Will Luwan, Bryce Andonian, Yaya Thomas, Brayton Lee, go Hoosiers, Zach Arrington, Doug Zapp.
John. I'm picking John.
Johnny
Gianni.
Tough. I don't think the people don't know. The people don't know, but they'll find out.
About
Kids,
Johnny.
the kid's a different animal and the same beast up at 70
Do it for
kilos.
Johnny. Do it for Johnny.
What is that from?
Outsiders.
Oh, yeah.
Do it for Johnny. Man.
Pony Boy?
Pony Boy,
Sammy,
Johnny.
I don't believe you've actually ever seen the movie.
I have. We watched it in the theater at Lexington Trails Middle School.
Oh, okay.
Whoa.
That's cool.
That's
Yep.
interesting. Why
In
didn't
the
We read the
auditorium,
book.
you mean?
Why didn't we watch it?
We read the book. Yeah, the auditorium. We read the book and then we watched the movie.
We
You
watched the
didn't
movie,
watch
but
that
we didn't
movie,
watch
did
it
you?
in the auditorium.
Well, I didn't watch the movie. What's up with that?
So
How did you
Sure.
two watch it, yet I didn't?
technical difficulties, but we are back. Yeah, I mean Yanni Diakmahalis should be the favorite here. Will Luwan's or not Will Luwan. Bryce Andonian is an interesting element.
Will Luwan is not interesting, Sammy?
Yeah, didn't he just beat somebody recently? James? Just beat James Green?
No, he won an international bracket, I think, but I don't think he beat James Green.
You're
No, he
telling me
beat
Will
somebody.
Luwan isn't an interesting wrestler. Is that what you're telling me?
I'm telling you,
at the very least, he's interesting.
come on.
He's
Did
fireworks,
Will
dude.
Luwan beat James Green?
I don't think so. Do you want me to figure this out?
Answer the question.
Yes,
I don't know how I'm supposed to figure this out.
I think it happened.
Google it.
What are we talking about? The non-Olympic
Yeah.
World Team Trials?
At a ranking series, I think.
Okay, hang on. I'm pulling up his United World Wrestling thing.
We did,
2025
bro.
second ranking series. He beat James
Albania.
Green.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh yeah, you're right, Ryan. Say it.
No,
Give me the
because there was
power.
some nonsense that
Say
happened
it.
in this match.
Say it, Reese. Will you say it, Reese?
You were right, Ryan. You know
Yes.
what's also cool? How you can. I just asked Google that question and Google answered it.
Nice.
You mean Google's AI?
Google's AI. I love AI.
Okay.
dude. I love our
So-
AI overlords.
Will Luwan can beat
I have Chat GPT right here in my pocket now.
That was a baby.
Well, that's what I call her, Chat GPT.
Will Luwan can beat James Green. James Green can beat Alec Pantaleo.
Look at this
Yanni
sad pup.
Diakmahalis can beat all of them.
She wants to go upstairs so bad.
She's taking a nap. She's sleeping.
Yeah, she looks like her eyes are open.
Literally staring at me right now, like, please let me go
Oh,
upstairs.
uh-oh.
She's coming
no.
over.
Now she knows I'm talking about her.
She's like, you're gonna let me up, right? Let me out of here. Okay,
She's too
final thoughts
loud.
on 70 kilos.
It's Yanni.
Yanni versus James Green. Yanni all day.
Okay.
Or Will Luwan versus Yanni.
Pantaleo? No? Brayton Lee?
I would love it. I would love to see Pantaleo get to the finals at least.
Okay.
Is Brayton Lee in this bracket?
Yes, he is. I said it, and then I said go Hoosiers, but that's okay. 74 kilos. David Carr, Mitchell Mesenbrink, Jarrett J. Hughes, Quincy Monday, Peyton Hall, Terrell Bearclaw, and Ed Scott.
Dude, I remember you telling me Jarrett J. Hughes is in this weight, and I was like, he's that big now? Jeez.
He took third at this weight at trials.
I just forget that he's this big now, okay?
was some 57 in college.
I know. He's big now.
He was always like, yeah, I guess so. He has, I'd say 3 people. I say there's 2 definitive tiers here. You've got David Carr, Mitchell Mesenbrink, Quincy Monday, and I don't even know if I'd put Quincy in there. I don't know. And then you got everybody else.
Why would you not put Quincy Monday in there?
Because Mesenbrink teched Quincy at trials.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Yep. And then David Carr beat Daichi Takatani. So
Daichi.
I think it's David Carr and Mitchell Mesenbrink. And then whoever wins out of that is your guy. But it's crazy because we're on to the new guard. And it's, I don't know, kind of cool. Right? Exciting?
Until Jordan Burroughs shows up.
If Jordan Burroughs shows back up at 74 kilos, I don't know what I'll do. I'll have to figure out something to do.
He'll be there at least by 2028.
Dude, how old is he going to be in 2028?
Doesn't matter. He's making the team in LA, and he's winning
He's 40?
another Olympic gold, and then he's retiring on top.
No, he'd be like 39. No, he might be 40.
He's 36 right now.
Ooh.
July 8th, 1988. He will be 40.
Nice.
He'll be 40 years old wrestling at his 3rd Olympics in 5 Olympic trial cycles.
Cool.
Hey, that's pretty cool.
Ridiculous.
It's pretty cool.
It's pretty boss.
I mean, I guess
cool if he did, though.
He probably could beat Carr and Mesenbrink. He probably could beat them.
I mean, he could for sure. I mean, yeah, he did it not even a year ago. He beat Mesenbrink.
His biggest issue would be making weight.
He can do it.
It's not easy though.
Reese,
why did you? Reese's name. All right, people, we can name ourselves. Reese's first name for the first recording was Senpai. And now it's Taicho. What is Taicho?
Look it up, dude.
I'm regretting even saying it now.
Can I change my name?
Don't do that right now. Come on.
All right, fine.
Okay, thank you. Carr Mesenbrink, but I'm gonna go with Carr.
Give me David Carr.
Give me David Carr Jr.
Quincy Monday.
Dude, tell you what though.
Give me David Carr.
Whoever makes the world team for us, they have a tall task at Worlds. You have some monsters at this weight.
Jamalov has never beaten an American.
You beat Berge.
Oops. Jamalov has never beaten a world team member.
He beat Berge at U23 Worlds.
That doesn't count. That's an age level world championship.
Okay, what has he wrestled at? He wrestled at two world level events. The Olympics, he won the bracket that Dake took 3rd in, and then the World Cup during COVID that we didn't attend. He didn't beat Dake. He pinned the guy that beat Dake.
Yeah.
Pinned him.
He wouldn't have pinned Dake.
I'm not even super worried. I'm not super worried about Jamalov. Sherman Valiev, Zarabek Sidikov.
I'm only saying that because that one dude on Twitter who was trolling us, was trolling America.
So yeah, he's going to get the spot over Zamalov?
They're not the same country.
Oh, that's right. Zamalov is in Uzbekistan now.
Yep. So you have Valiev, Albania, Jamalov, Uzbekistan, Sidikov, Russia, UWW, whatever it is. And then whoever is going to wrestle for Iran.
Ain.
And possibly Daichi Takatani or somebody tougher than him.
Or somebody better.
Dude, this is going to be a great way to Worlds. And we're putting
Japan's
fresh
team going to look like?
I mean, it might not be their full team because they kind of do the same thing that Russia does where it's like,
I hate that. Bring me your meat.
No, we are sending out fresh meat, dude. This is going to be like the first time where we're not a powerhouse at the weight.
What do you mean?
Dake and Burroughs held this weight down from 2011 until now.
80 years.
100 years of Burrows and
100
Dake.
years.
Crazy. And no longer. Dake is up at 86 kilos, and Jordan Burroughs is raising a family of like 10 or however many kids he has now. Speaking of which, head coach for Cornell, Mike Gray, he just had his 4th child. Do you know the name of the child? They announced it on Instagram.
Mike Jr.
Hayes Hennessy Gray.
Cool.
Little Henny.
Little Henny.
Hayes?
Yes.
I was thinking
Not as
Haze,
cool
like
anymore.
Haze.
No.
Haze.
I was
Hazy
thinking
Hennessy.
Hayes. I was thinking of Hayes like
That Hennessy will leave
Hays.
you in a haze.
Like Hayes America.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Hayes America.
mean-
All American town.
Cool name. Cool name.
Pretty cool.
Jealous. I didn't think of it, but that's
You can
okay.
never have that name now. Never use that
Yeah,
name.
I can't because
Whatever
'cause
cool
Mike
name you
Gray's-
think of, I'll steal it anyway, Sammy.
I already told Reese the 3 names that I have for girls,
Yeah, and I don't.
and
even
I know you're not going to steal the name that I have for a boy because you probably don't think it's that cool. So
Is it Sammy Jr.? Because I already thought of that one, and I think I'm going to do it now.
I don't think you can. You can't do that.
I can't name my kid Samuel Brett Coakley Jr.
No. Where's
Why?
the senior?
A middle name.
You right there. He's his uncle. It will really confuse people. I think it would be hilarious. I'm going to have a Samuel Brett Coakley
here,
Jr.
Junior.
and a Reese Aaron Coakley Jr.
Whoa.
You're gonna have 2 more kids?
juniors.
But no Ryan Chance Coakley Jr.
You're going to have 2 more kids at
And
least?
you know the
Really
great thing
respectable of you. I
the great
respect
thing
that.
about Sammy is it could be a boy or a girl.
Not Reese though.
Not if you spell my name correctly.
Why?
Then it'll just be a freak of nature. Some
Some
abomination.
Reese, do you want me to name my daughter after you?
I don't care. Yes. Darren already named his daughter after me.
Who? Aaron who?
Darren.
Darren
Oh, Darren.
Feist. Feisty Darren.
I was flattered. I was honored.
Let's
Did he
let's
really,
get
though? Like he said it straight out. He's like, I named her after you, Reese.
No,
No.
he's never openly. He's never admitted.
Or
it.
not like
Well,
that, but
he
like
said it with his eyes.
But he said like, I named her Reese because I really liked your name.
Yeah, that's what he said. No, he actually like said, I don't know. Wink, wink.
Darren and David, the best of the
Okay.
Feist.
The homies.
79 kilos. DJ Hamity, David McFadden, Carson Hartzler, Evan Wick, Kennedy Monday.
Give me DJ McFadden.
I don't know. I don't know what to think about this weight at all.
Where's
Why isn't
Keegan
Rocco
O'Toole?
Welsh? Where's Keegan O'Toole had ACL surgery? Where's
last time, Sammy?
I know. Where's Rocco Welsh? Where's Burrows? Go at this weight. There's nobody, right? Nobody like
Yeah.
proven at least.
I'm
Hey,
gonna
leave
give
Burrows
McFadden
alone.
his flowers.
McFadden?
McFadden's good.
Dude. I'm thinking about that one match where he beat, was it Vincenzo?
He beat Vincenzo multiple times.
And he's training at Cornell. Give me Dave McFadden.
Give me Alex Daringer. He's putting the shoes back on.
He's not.
I would not respect that move.
He's
Why?
got.
No
when you
more
take the shoes
taking-
off, you
no
take
more
the
putting
shoes off.
Shoes back on. No more of that.
Why? Why?
I don't
Speaking
like it.
speaking
To
of
each
taking the
their
shoes
own.
off, did you see Gwizdowski's Instagram post?
Yeah, that was awesome.
It just
No, I
said
missed
signing
it.
off. Signing off, and then like a little an artful graphic of shoes hanging from a wire, wrestling shoes. Jeff Riccio made it.
That's his like his retirement thing.
Yeah, which knew he was retired.
Yeah, I mean, I thought he
Um,
already announced it a while ago, but
I don't think so. I think this is his official announcement.
It's official now.
He's a
It's
businessman
official.
doing business stuff. I don't know what business stuff, but he's a businessman.
I hated
Yeah,
that.
give me-
Winning, of course.
I hated that Gilman called the whole ritual of us taking our shoes off. I hated that he called it corny. Like, up yours. Who cares?
That's
Classic Gilman
totally
thing.
right up Gilman's alley. Yeah.
Yeah.
But why call it corny? Why not keep that to yourself? Just say
He's
it's not for
corny,
me.
dude.
Because he speaks
That's what
his
I'm
mind.
saying. But
He
that's what
speaks
I'm
his
saying.
mind.
He's a cornball himself. Why are you gonna call something else that other people do corny?
Because it's like what a classic cornball would do.
Yeah. Cornball gonna cornball, Ryan.
Just it irritated me because it felt like it was like it wasn't, but it felt like it was an attack to Alex Daringer.
Oh
And
yeah.
I will not accept that.
No, I mean, here's the thing.
Why did he even bring it up?
Well, they're talking about, are you retired? Like, you haven't taken your shoes off the mat. Like, are you ever gonna do that?
It's like, first off, that shit's corny. So
This-
don't ask me questions.
He did
like
pretty
First
much
things
say
first.
he did pretty much say he's like I would never do that because I think that is corny as hell.
Yeah, I
And
I
he
think I generally with
the
Thomas
facial
Gilman's.
the facial expression he made too was like I'm too good to do that. It's too corny. That was the facial.
He's
And I was
like-
just like,
Uh,
what? Too
I generally with Thomas Gilman's kind of hot takes. Sometimes or not sometimes. I don't know. I think most of the time I come around to them. I'm like, you know what? Yeah,
this one though. Mm-mm.
I don't know. I don't care. I mean, I don't care one way or the other. If a
You don't?
wrestler
Whoa.
believes their shoes on the mat, it really depends on the moment.
Do you
If
find it corny
you
though?
if Jordan Burroughs went out and won an Olympic gold medal in 2028 and then in LA left his shoes on the mat, I'm probably shedding a tear or seven. I don't know. When Lopez did it, I was like, this is freaking awesome.
I'm
This
gonna
is
tweet
cool.
this is super corny and then put it in quotes and then dash Thomas Gilman. That's what I'm gonna put.
Tag him.
Ryan, he's ruthless on Twitter. I wouldn't.
Yeah.
Tag him,
So
dude.
am I.
All right. Okay.
So
Okay,
am
so
I.
so 79 kilos, David
I can dish
McFadden.
it. And I
then we
can
can get
take
him
it.
on the podcast.
Come get real personal too. I don't care.
I'm out of this one. My hands are clean.
You better come back me up, Sammy, or I'm gonna smack you.
I'm gonna be like, Thomas, I remember watching you wrestle a Gardner Edgerton Invitational.
You lost.
You were freaking.
I never lost at that tournament. That's literally what I would say. Remember when you got beat the Gardner Edgerton tournament? Pff, can't relate. Never lost.
There were a lot. You had
Relatable.
multiple tournaments where you were undefeated. That
No, just two
I thought you won all of.
in high school. Just two.
You didn't always win Gardner.
No, that was
or
that one.
Garden
and
City?
State. No,
Garden City?
we
Juke?
didn't. We didn't even go to Garden City my junior
Johnson County Classic.
year. Nope,
Bookends.
took second my freshman year.
Ah! And regionals, you didn't win all of them either, even though you were
Nope,
4 times the champ.
second my
Who does
freshman
that?
year.
Who does that? No, not me. Couldn't be me. So, 86
tried.
kilos. You did. 86 kilos. This is one we actually probably should spend some time on. Kyle Dake, Zahid Valencia, Parker Keckeisen, Chance Marsteller, Dustin Plott, Rocco Welsh. Oh, there's Rocco. Braden Thompson. Rocco, drop down to 79 kilos.
He's
Maniac.
he's an 84 pounder.
Whatever. Drop down to 79 kilos. Go.
79 is like
challenge David McFadden.
173 point something.
Yeah, it's basically 174. Yeah.
We get to see
173.8.
We get to see the Keck in the field with Valencia and the Dake.
That's
Oh,
exciting.
there's where's Carter
Carter?
Strachey?
He's qualified for the trials.
But what weight is he going?
Probably 86.
Not 79.
Good. We'll see. He probably hasn't decided. Depends on the whole shaft situation.
Shaft.
It depends on the
Did his,
shaft.
did his shaft get too big?
Oh. Man seems
Shaft
to
rock.
Do you think that tweet cost him a Hodge Trophy?
no. Maybe.
That was a different season, so it doesn't count.
Yeah. Outs. Okay. So I said, all right, here's the timeline, right? The field prior to, I think, like 2 days ago or whatever, was Valencia. I don't even know if Keckeisen was in there, but Valencia, Keckeisen, Marsteller, Plott, Welsh, and Thompson. And I'm looking at this and I'm thinking to myself, Valencia with like a strong favorite, probably probably wins most of his
98%.
matches by like 4 or more points. Like Zahid Valencia is for sure winning this tournament and is probably going to be on the world team. Kyle Dake enters the conversation, and I say that I feel bad for Zahid Valencia. His chances of making a world team went from like pretty good to pretty darn tough. And Ryan says strongly disagree.
That's right.
Do you need me to say it again, Sammy?
I want you to explain how his chances from making a world team are not significantly diminished by Kyle Dake being around.
Significantly just seems strong. Zahid's
Okay.
really good.
What percentage chance did you give Zahid Valencia of making the world team before Kyle Dake was at the weight? 95? 98?
90%. Now I'm
90% chance.
Now I'll give him like an 88% chance.
What? Dude.
All right, 80. We'll cut it down to 80%.
I mean, I agree
Dude,
with you.
Zahid's,
I agree with you.
Zahid's really good, man.
I agree with you. I think Zahid's great.
Super good.
I think Zahid is great, and I think the fact that they're both wrestling at 86 kilos is huge for Zahid. Physically, literally huge. But Kyle Dake, dude, go back and watch some of his matches at 86 kilos.
Yeah,
Does some
Zahid is better than
wizard shit.
anyone. Zahid is better than anyone he wrestled at that tournament, including Jaden Cox.
David Taylor.
And David, yes, that David Taylor, that version of David Taylor, yes. This version of Zahid is better than anyone he wrestled at the Olympic team trials in 2016, including Jaden Cox.
Really?
Yes.
You think he's that good?
Yes. He's good, dude. He's just had he's had guys like Aaron Brooks and David Taylor in front of him.
And Jordan Burroughs and Kyle Dake.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Not at 86. I'm talking about strictly 86 kilograms.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think at Oklahoma State, things are going right for him. I think his gas tank issues that we've seen him have in the past are not going to be a factor anymore. Am I expecting to see a much more lively Kyle Dake up at 86 kilos? Yes.
Young and live Dake. Is he going to be
Yeah.
live? Is that what you're saying?
Leith?
Live.
Is it Lithe or Leith?
I'm pretty sure it's live.
Ryan, how do you say it? I've only read it in books. I'm
thought you
I'm
were
actually
saying-
being serious about that.
I thought you were saying live, to be honest with you.
It looks like
Live.
it's.
Reese, there's a delay with your sound in your mouth.
It's
Yeah,
totally fine. It's gonna be
it
okay. It's gonna be all right.
it froze up on me earlier when I went to WrestleStat.
Yeah,
gonna
stay
be
off
okay.
that. Stay off WrestleStat.
Mm-hmm.
There you have it.
What was that?
What
Lithe?
was that? Oh, Lithe.
Okay, I'm wrong. Anyway. Okay, what about Keckeisen? What about Marsteller? Rocco Welsh? How do you see these guys?
Dude, I like Parker Keckeisen. I think Parker Keckeisen can beat Kyle Dake.
What?
Mm-hmm.
No.
I think he can.
No. Okay. If they wrestle 50 times, Keckeisen will win one of those matches.
I think he could beat him at this tournament. I think you guys are grossly underestimating Parker Keckeisen's ability.
I just think if he wrestled Zahid, he'd get smoked.
Oh,
think if he
I'm
wrestled
not saying
Dake-
that there's not a style matchup issue. I agree with you. That's why I said I think Parker could beat Kyle Dake.
I don't think so.
I didn't say
I
I think he could win it.
I think if you have that much trouble with a guy like McAnally, like I don't know, man.
Dude, McAnally
So-
is a beast.
I
I
know.
think
I-
McAnally would do
Kyle
some damage
Dake.
at this weight.
Talking about Kyle Dake.
I went back, and I think that this doesn't necessarily suggest what's going to happen in this bracket. But after Takatani scored like 22 points or whatever on Kyle Dake, I went back and I looked at how many matches did I have to total up that Kyle Dake wrestled against U.S. opponents for me to get 22 points or more scored in total against Dake. And I had to go back I think 6 or 7 years or something like that
Wait,
in
wait,
total
wait,
of
wait.
all of those matches.
You had to, seriously
Yes.
years.
Dake
How many
Dake does
matches
not
over
get
years?
well just Americans, just against
I
Americans.
know that's crazy. That's still crazy.
Well, I mean, there were some years where he only wrestled 2 matches
Oh, okay.
against Americans, right? Because he wrestled at Final X and that was it.
Sure.
So I think I went back to the 2016 trials.
Thank you. That's better. I appreciate that context, Sammy.
Yep. Yes.
Go.
It's
Hang on.
he's extraordinarily proficient at preventing American wrestlers from scoring on him. Now, is that going to hold in his later age up at a weight class where he's probably not full-sized 86 kilos? I'd be very surprised if he is.
I'm so excited to see the return of 86 kilo Dake.
It's
So-
because I think it is going to be a more lively guy, but it's
Saying
I don't-
lively or
this is-
lively?
l-
Live. It's his favorite word.
I don't know. I'm excited about it, and Dake is my pick for sure.
Zahid.
Dake is your pick?
Dake is my pick.
Give me Zahid.
Yeah, I
You
think
gotta
Zahid's
give
the
it
pick,
to Zahid.
but Dake, I'm picking Dake here.
Zahid.
Now, if you give me a series, all right. Do you think a series favors Zahid or Dake?
Zahid.
Zahid.
Do you think if they wrestle each other more that the match gets closer,
Obviously.
or do you think Zahid finds a way to widen it?
I think it's probably closer. Like most matches.
Most in general, yeah.
Dake literally only gets blown out the first time you wrestle him, and then he makes it tighter pretty much. Other than Daichi Chakatani, like most of the time, the first time you wrestle Dake, if you beat him, you might score a bunch of points on him. I think about that Russian at 79 kilograms the first year.
Yeah.
And then he
I would also
bombed him.
include Burroughs in that list of people who.
Yeah, that's a little bit different, but yes.
Yeah. Okay, I get you. I hear what you're saying.
I hear you.
92 kilos. Trent Hidley, Aiden Sinclair, Eric Schultz,
Trent
Mike
Hidley.
Machiavello, Cam Caffey, Seth Shoemake. Give me Trent Hidley.
Yeah,
I'm excited
Trent
about that
Hidley.
one.
Trent Hidley
Hell
all day.
yeah. You know what the problem is? Brooks.
What about him?
Is he not going to be wrestling at trials?
He's 97, bro.
He's bumped all the way up to 97?
That's what I
Certainly.
heard. I think he's at the Open.
He's not in my list of people.
No.
Snyder is at the Open.
But
I
he
heard
is
that they were
bumping up
going to be
97.
wrestling 97 this year.
Okay.
They were both going to be wrestling 97 this year.
Oh, okay.
You know what that means?
We get Snyder Brooks.
Well, that also means we're going to get Snyder moving down to Stilly.
No way. You think Brooks is just pushing people out? Just saying, get out of here.
I don't know. It's a guess.
I don't.
Your faith is not strong enough.
You know what?
about-
You know what would
What
actually.
What if curveball here, Aaron Brooks goes down to Stillwater?
Look
I don't
like
know.
a
I don't think he would.
dweeb.
I would.
Even
I
after-
would highly doubt that one.
That would be
You
funny.
look like a fool.
I would highly doubt that one based on faith alone. Literally,
I
I'm
know.
being so serious with
I
that.
know you are.
Superior cereal.
What I would love is if Snyder moved back to Ohio State
Why
and
would you love
started lifting with Coach Meyer's gut check again, and just got really, really strong and wrestled like 2015 Kyle Snyder again. I would love that.
There's nothing wrong with Ohio.
Except the snow and the rain. I really like Drew Carey, and I love to see the Rock and Roll Hall
Rock
of
and Roll
Fame.
Hall of Fame. Yes. All right. Yeah, Kyle Snyder, you got to move back to Ohio. Back to 92
Come back to
kilos.
Texas, Kyle.
Come back to
Back
Texas.
to Texas. There's 92 kilos. Yeah, Sinclair, Schultz, Machiavello, Caffey, Shoemake. None of these guys are gonna compete with Trent. I have affectionately nicknamed him now Trent Hoppin' Hidley due to his new go behind tactic in freestyle.
I
No?
like it. He is.
I like
hopping.
it.
Hopping mad.
Okay, 97 kilos. Kyle Snyder, J.I.L.O., Gary Traub, Gavin Hoffman, Masuma Indine.
Gas tank Gary. Thank you.
Yes, give me gas tank Gary.
Kyle Snyder. No?
Gas tank Gary.
Gas tank Gary.
I think he makes the finals. Right?
Obviously, he's winning it.
No?
No.
Who's making the finals? I mean, Aiello's tough, and we'll see about Indine.
Mike Mock. Oh,
Mock
he's
is at the
down
way
92.
below.
My bad.
So sorry.
So sorry.
Too far, Reese. Too far.
I apologize. Sorry.
Well, there goes that Ono interview.
We don't. You
what are you
really
talking
No,
wanna
that would be terrible.
yeah.
It would be a terrible interview.
I was intimidating. I was impersonating Chinese people anyway.
You were intimidating Chinese people. Good job, Ryan. With the tariffs and everything going on, you think that's the best way to do this?
Yeah.
My favorite
right.
word. Tariffs.
Okay.
400% tariffs on China.
125 kilos. I guess we're just going to move on from 97. I've lost you guys. Wyatt Henderson, Hayden
Snyder.
Zilmer, Nick Feldman, Jordan Wood, Christian Lance, Trent Hilger. It is time for Wyatt
Christian
Henderson
Lance.
to
Oh.
assume his role as top dog. We do not see... I mean, his biggest contender is probably going to be Zilmer.
Where is Mason Paris?
I think he's trying to be an NFL player.
I know we had this conversation already.
For real?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
I
not
think
you,
so.
Reese. You weren't there.
I think he's trying to play for the Bengals.
Oh.
Is it the Bengals or the Lions?
I think it's the Bengals.
Okay.
This is strictly off of a tweet from Amin Malik.
Where's Gable?
Gable, I don't think he's going to wrestle.
He's also playing football.
So here's the thing.
So you're telling
Paris
me Wyatt
and Gable.
put him into retirement?
Paris and Gable can both show up at trials. Maybe. So, this isn't the definitive list of guys that we're going to see at this weight. But Hendrickson is for sure top dog. Zilmer I would put him at second, and then Wood or maybe Feldman. Maybe Lance. I don't know.
Wood, more like wouldn't.
Sick burn.
Yes.
Have you watched that before?
Yeah.
Bro.
Oh yeah. Oh yes.
Ryan, put that phone down.
Sorry.
Now, on the women's
Listen,
side
if Tommy
of things,
Boy's in it, I've seen the SNL. I
Dude,
promise
Mike
you.
Myers is so funny in that.
Mike Myers was
He's
also
like
hilarious in this one. Yes.
Spot on. He's just the king.
I don't know about
you
King.
done?
Who does
You
it
done?
better? Well, I'm talking about impressions. King of
Impressions.
impressions. Who does better impressions?
As a thinker, he might be up there. Robin Deb was pretty good.
Yeah. But was he Mike Myers level? Did he play multiple characters in a movie ever?
I don't know. I'd have to look at his discography. He might have.
Yeah, he might have.
All right. Hey, on the women's side of things, I want to point out at 68 kilos, we have Kennedy Blades, and at 72 kilos is
Give me Wyatt
Amit
Henderson.
Amit Elor.
Oh,
And then
Amit's bigger than
76
Kennedy now?
kilos. And 76 kilos is going to be Kylie Welker or Yelena McCoyed.
Why is Kennedy
So
Blades
there's-
all the way down at 68? That feels too small for her.
I don't know. It does.
Is it Amit is up at 72?
Yep.
Would she
Lame.
wrestle? Would she wrestle at Olympics?
68, right?
Is that what it was?
Yeah, because it's 68 and 76.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Amit can't make 68 anymore. That's why I'm surprised to
Probably
see
why
Kennedy
Kennedy's-
going down.
Yeah,
Because she
Yeah,
seems
I
bigger
mean-
than Amit, but
that's what I would think.
Yeah. 65 kilos, I would expect to see Jennifer Page come out of this, but also, I mean, you have Laramendi, Mir. Yeah, it's tough bracket. 62 kilos, Kayla Miracle. 59. You got a lot of options here. Macaluso, Nettie, Beck, Janiak, Motapettis.
yeah, but they got to go through Helen.
She's a 57,
Oops, my bad.
which is Winchester, Martinez, Rana Heaton, now Rana Gross.
What would you call it? Why? Yeah.
Rana Gross Heaton or Rana Heaton Gross. How do you say it?
I don't know. It just says Rana Gross.
Hmm.
55 kilos. Hauk Villascusa, Amani Jones. She's been wrestling on the international circuit.
Give me Hauk though. She's tough.
53 kilos. Sage Mortimer, Felicity Taylor, Tiara Ike.
Give me
I like Sage. Yep. And then 50
You didn't even
kilos.
say Katie Gomez, dude.
Oh yeah, Katie Gomez. 50
give
kilos.
Give me Katie Gomez.
50 kilos. Audrey Jimenez, Emily Shilson, Erin Golston, Mia Palumbo, and Anaya Falcon. There we go. Heather Kroll. Give me Mia.
That's against Jimenez.
That's a good weight class. Yeah. I
Yeah,
did want
yeah.
to pick Jimenez too, but I also like Mia Palumbo.
Palumbo's good.
God, that's a tough weight. 50 kilograms. We're good there.
The women are going to be fun to watch this weekend. I'm excited to watch our women's freestyle wrestling team in action this weekend. That feels better to say as a man.
I like watching those women wrestlers.
Just trying to
just like
avoid the crassness. All right. We're like an hour, 15 minutes into this. If you're still listening,
We're way over schedule.
we're way over schedule, but it's a sponsored episode. So,
But under budget.
It's true. My budget is straight.
I've blown my budget
completely
wide open.
reconciled.
No,
This
we're
whole-
under budget.
No, I have a gaping budget right now. I've spent too much money on this. All right, I need to start getting some money back. Yeah, go check out the little fun little trivia game if you want to, because it's kind of fun, and I would like some feedback if you could
I'm gonna
give
play
it.
it one more time. See how I do.
You and if you're playing today, Reese got it in 5 and Ryan got it in 7,
Yeah, I suck.
and I got it in 4. And I made the freaking thing. It doesn't really help that I made it. Once you understand it, you understand it. But that is all we have for the episode. Ryan and Reese, closing thoughts, please.
Closing time.
My closing
You
thoughts.
don't have to go home.
But you can't stay here.
My
Goodbye.
closing thoughts are Seth Mendoza. Why aren't you wrestling? You should wrestle.
Let's get Seth.
Marathons.
Let's get Seth on the pod.
Running hurts the legs, and now he needs some time to recover. Yes, that was good.
You shouldn't
Good
be
job.
running that long when you're going to Missouri, dude. Missouri.
Quiet.
Quite
Quiet.
the track record
Hey.
for
hey.
broken legs.
Ironman's doesn't count if you're counting Ironmans.
I think he's just talking about O'Toole, right?
It softened up O'Toole, Elam.
Elam had a broken leg?
I don't know.
Yeah, you don't know what injury it was.
All right. Goodbye, people. Have a good day.
Grant Leith, Noah Certain.
And goodbye. That was a neck. No.
Necks. Yes. Necks.
The leg of the head.
It's all
Necks.
connected.
Backs.
You know it.